Good afternoon, all. Thank you for joining our today's webinar on stop surprises by ensuring your BOM is always up to date. And I'm Sahil, working as team lead EDA here at GSAX Microsystems, authorized distributor for the IT products in India. And this session under recording. If anyone having any questions during the presentation, you can please type your questions in the chat. We will discuss at the end of the presentation. Now, let us view at the agenda. I'm going to review the importance of the components to design, followed by a brief introduction to component life cycles. And I will discuss the availability and delivery time considerations for components, followed by a way to prevent or insulate your BOM from the risk associated with the components. And then I will provide a demonstration and we'll wrap up the session with the summary and the Q&A. Let's talk about the components are the foundational to designs. Electronic components are foundational to electronic designs. However, the designer that chooses them also inherits characteristics largely outside of their control, including availability, cost, lifecycle, performance, to data sheet, authenticity, quality, and reliability, all of which represent touch points of risks. Combine this with component market fluctuating in real time and increasingly being impacted by counterfeits, and it's easy to see how undetected bomb surprises can tackle projects in a web of late cycle delays, cost escalation, and even redesign. This slide illustrates examples of filters commonly used for selecting components on typical distributor websites. But even these filters are only able to describe some of the characteristics that are common to all components of the selected group. The datasheets for the components contain number of other tables, graphs, drawings, sketches, which also influences the selection. Each component must be carefully evaluated and selected for the end product application, and this takes a amount of effort. Let us have a look at the introduction to the component life cycle. From our point of view, the component is part of the end product. From the component manufacturer's point of view, the component is the end product. And as such, it goes through a life cycle. It all starts with the pre-release stage. In this stage, the manufacturer makes announcements, releases preliminary technical documentations, and typically start distributing first samples. At this stage, designers can explore the new aspects of the component and describe whether it is a fit for their designs. Then the component enters the phase of increasing production as output grows. The cost increases, more and more design companies use the component in their design. The next stage is mass production. As a rule, the component is widely sold at various sites and continues to be applicable for use in new projects. After some time, the component enters into the not recommended for new design state of NR&D, and at this stage, it's time to pay attention because availability could become an issue if the component is designated as obsolete. This means that the component is out of date and the manufacturer has decided to stop producing it. This slide also shows filter from some vendor websites which are intended to help designers to eliminate the poor component choice. Now let us have a close look at the availability and the delivery time considerations. When a component is selected, it's important that it will be a good fit for the design program. By this mean that the component is in initial or mass production, that the component is in stock, that the terms of purchase are acceptable, such as minimum order requirements, cost, payment terms, delivery conditions, etc. That the terms of delivery enable production within the desired time frame. If at least one of these conditions is not met, we can say that there are problems with the project. For example, This slide shows a screenshot of a distributor with a typical problematic component. We can see here the NRND lifecycle state is indicated. This means that the component is already out of production. In addition, there is a lack of stock and a long delivery time. The primary point here is that because component selection is so critical and time consuming, it's paramount to assure that all aspects of the decision are considered early in your design process, not just the technical fit of the component in the end of the product. Insulating your BOM from component risk. We are aware that RealTime 365 is a comprehensive data management system for electronic design projects and components. RealTime 365 has access to near real-time distributed data, and this data is not only reflected to users throughout their design activities in RealTime Designer, but also in the RealTime 365 component library. Therefore, by leveraging the RealTime 365 workspace when building, selecting, or placing components as well as performing other design activities, users are inherently aware of key aspects such as lifecycle status, availability, and the pricing. Component data is reflected directly into the project. For example, using ActiveBomb as a part of project allows you to display the lifecycle stages of the component. The ActiveBomb document has built-in checks that allow you to quickly flag about any problems with the component without the need to change the way you design. The library health checker in 1935 continues to be evolved and provides valuable feedback on the state of the component library. The dashboard displays a consolidated view of the health of all of your components, including identifying which component having stock issues, risky lifecycle states, and more. If you have the tools that monitor problems, let's say you have flagged in a component that could cause problems, what should we do next? In general terms, the process is as follows. Analyze the risk, find a replacement, find all related projects, update project data. When analyzing the risk, considering what exactly is the heart of the problem and where this problem will affect the project, the risk are identified, find a replacement either by yourself or with the help of a manufacturer or supplier. The next task is to identify all the products that are impacted by the component issue. When you know where the component is used, you can start making changes. This point is marked in bold for a reason because it can be a non-trivial task. The functionality of the alternate distribution helps to solve it very easily. There is a valuable where used function to search for related projects. It will show which projects use a component where used available in several places. In the components panel, when you set a component in the Explorer panel, when you browse the contents of your workspace and in the alternate feature web interface, where is display the list of the projects as links. When you know the list of projects have a component to be placed, all you have to do is go to the project and make the necessary changes. Now let us have a demonstration how you can able to monitor or cross-check all your components which are having any risk, and how we can trace the component where they are using the project, how we can update them. Let us have a look with a demo. I'm just switching to Alternate Designer. For this example, I have taken a project which will be coming as an example project with the Alternate Digital Workspace activation. Once you activate a workspace, we get this project as an example. And here I have a ActiveBound document. ActiveBound document, we call it as a tabular representation of your components used in your design. And all the components what I have used in this project all are from my cloud workspace, and you can see all the components listed in the table format and with all the supply information. And we have got some BOM checks here. It is showing everything are verified. And purposely, I have made this verified by enabling the BOM checks settings to no report. To control this BOM checks, you can, if you go to this properties panel, I think you might be all knowing where to access the properties panel. Let me show you where to access from where. Just go to panels, and if you go to properties, here to display all the properties of this active BOM. And if you scroll a little bit down, you can see the BOM checks, and we have here the settings over here. If you look at here, the BOM checks, we have got two different uh, violations associated with the design items, and we have violations associated with the pod checks. We have got two different violations where you can go to select which one it has to flag. If you look at this here, if the component has been deleted, and what is the kind of report has to flag, and if the component is out of date. Out of date means the component we are used in the schematic capturing in between your library has updated the component. That means you will be getting a giving a automated tool will give a new revision. In that case, any kind of regions changes happen to catch those kind of things. We have to make the error part level and any duplicate designators if you have any duplicate designations, or if you have real state is decided to use. Suppose you are not supposed to use that particular real state, but you still used it. What kind of error you have to flag? And if you have duplicate line item, and if you have duplicate value, these are based on user requirement. User can able to put it as error, particular error. And coming to the other violations we have here, violations associated with the part size. This is mainly belong to the manufacturer information. If you have no manufacturer part number ranking is given, what kind of error you has to give. If there are no solution available for this component, what's the error has to give, no supply information, and no stock, and the manufacturer you have two kind of manufacturer, but you don't have stock. In that case, what it has to flag, and if the component is end of life, that means obsolete or life cycle, what it has to flag. If a component is not recommended for the new design, what it has to flag. If the supplier having no stock, what it has to flag. No, there are no price available. These are all the changeable, and the user can change it as per user requirement. Now, let me focus on the few things where I need to monitor my BOM. The first thing I want to catch the monitor, which one is obsolete like end of life, and I want to catch this uh, new, not recommend for new design. I want to make this a particular, and I want to look at this component which don't have any supplies and insufficient stock, and not account to do. I want to catch errors related to these things. That is, and we have an option to set to installation defaults where we help you to take you back to that installation defaults that is up to your requirement. Then click OK. And then, yes, so you can see there are some green tick marks and ordinal criteria where it has said which are not meeting those, the tool has become flagged in error by seeing this estimated symbol by anyone can easily find it. And if you go to the this filter panel, we have got a few of the components where we have end of life 2, and we have got no supplies 1, and we have got insufficient stock 7. If you click on this filter, then it will show the what the components are having, you know, end of life, and what are the components we are having uh, no supplies. Okay, see here, this particular component don't have any supplies. Okay, like this, it will be able to flag this information. If you look at this particular component, you want to look at this particular component in your uh, I mean, the component from the Alt-365, as I told, it has been placed from Alt-365. If you want to navigate into the Alt-365 to see where it is being used, right click on this, and you can just click on showing the name of your workspace. If you have the process description of Alt-365, Alt-365 helps you to manage your data in the cloud. Apart from the data, you can manage your components in the cloud. I have the pro subscription, which will enables me to manage my libraries in the cloud. Then if I, based on that, I'm going to get in the future where used. Just click on this option, show where it's been used. It will automatically open the export panel where it's like a browser to browse all your components, use the particular component, and this is the value. And I have got a few options here. I can able to go to preview and you can able to see all the parameters and component information. It's 2D and 3D and logical representation. And the life cycle, what reasons it has gone in between, you can able to see with that timestamp. And part choices, what and all uh, supply information available for this component, you can able to see from here. And we have another option, values, which is very important when the component is having a supply issues or no supply information available. Then this will values option help you to see where and all this is being used. You can see here this is being used in FMU and IMU and MB. There are three projects this particular component has been used. If you look at the schematic sheets, there are schematic sheets been used. If you take a look at this particular project, you can directly right click and you can able to navigate to the particular project, and you'll get a preview like this. And here we have option to open in the RealTime Designer or open in the web. Okay, I have already opened this project in the RealTime Designer. This is a project where we have referring, and we'll go to the active BOM over here. The same active BOM movie I have already added for this components as well. And here also I made the BOM checks everything as no report. It is like just pulling the data from the servers about the. It's just verifying. I mean, compiling the BOM, which as per the settings what is set has been matching and how it is showing everything is verified. Now let us enable from few of the BOM checks which you want to catch. Portal error, portal error, and portal error. This few I want to keep. Click OK, and it has been got this thing. This is the one where you want to catch. Look at this, where we find the component don't have supplies. The same component we have found in this BOM with no supplies. The same component here. This is a particular component where they don't have any supplies. If you right click and if you click on show in our workspace, it will open the same component. You can see the previous status, the same component where it's been used. Okay, like this, you can able to easily catch it and you can directly open the project and you can able to update uh, the same inside the uh, your project where now it's been used. Okay, like this, you can easily keep a track of your components if they have any design, revision issues with the component stocks or issue with the life cycle or issue with the solution. If the particular supply is no more supply, we can able to easily track like this. We can able to open the project where we are use this component. You can update the latest version and you can able to proceed to your next step. Okay, this is all about how we can easily track the component which is having supply chain issues, life cycle issues, and then we can able to update the same. And next factor we are going to discuss here with the library health dashboard, which is part of the RealTime Pro subscription, which will help you to keep an eye on your all your components. I mean, any supply chain issues for all your components which are used manage your cloud workspace, because it is difficult to go and pick the component and check the status. Like if you have a library health partner components we are used managed in the RealTime digital workspace, you can able to see there. You can see we have got some 110 components which are having issue with the stock, and we have got some other component. You can see here information, and also you can see this particular component where it's been used also will be seen. Okay, then just simply select it. It automatically take you to the RealTime 5 web browser. From there, you can able to inspect it, the component. Okay, I think this maybe it will be able to trash. Okay, like this, we have to easily check the components where it's been used. Okay, and we have got some other things. The same information you can able to see in the browser as well. If you have any duplicate names and outdated templates, risk life cycle. Okay, you can able to easily see the all the component information right inside the RealTime Designer. The same information you can also view in the web browser as well. Just go to RealTime and just go to components. what all components we have seen in the exploring panel. The same components we could able to see here. The components we have got library health dashboard. You can see here. If you go to the same details, which components having the stock issues, life cycle issues, outdated templates, duplicate part choices, and prohibited motors. You can able to see all your components that'll be health here inside the RTM reached by web browser. If you go to the projects, you can also view the projects which I have opened. See, this is the project which I showed you with the active bomb. You can directly open in the RTM 365 web interface without having RTM design viewer installed. You can able to view the files without having RTM installed. Just you need to have login credentials. If you are a if you don't have a ultimate designer, can if your designer shares you the file to your on your email, just simply click on that link. You will be not getting a notification. Just use that link to open the file. If you are a first time user, just you need to create a one free account, and then we can able to view what done shared by your uh, client or by your engineer. And you can also see the board in 3D. See, this is the one you can see what the computer has selected. You have to cross probe the component here in the team and in the 2D, and I can do cross probe it in the schematics with all the parameters of schematic, PCB, and supply chain information. And also you can see the BOM also with the all the supply chain intelligence. Yes, this is all about the today's webinar on stop supplies by ensuring your BOM is always up to date. To summarize this, we have showed you how you can able to check all the components by using active BOM, by using the BOM checks, and then we have showed you how we can able to trace the component which is having solution issues or which is having obsolete issues, and you can able to easily find out where it's been used, and you can open that all the projects and you can update to the latest version to overcome the challenges when you are going for production. And we are showcased to about the library health checker, which is available inside the Alten Listener and also in the Alten P55. And also we have showed how we can able to view the project which is managed in the Alten P55 workspace. This is all about the today's